Hey guys, it's Lucid. Someone asked if I could show them how to scales expand with the late age Jomon. Jomon, okay, so late age is one of the harder ages to expand in. Like, Micklin, who normally has an easy time expanding with Jaguar Warriors in the early age, all of a sudden it's a lot harder in the late age. Things have better armor, they have better weapons. There's more heavy cav, there's more crossbow. Less tribes in general, right? Instead of tribes, you'll have, like, normal dudes like heavy infantry, which generally are better than tribes. And Jomon, unfortunately for them, they have kind of resource expensive armor for a lot of their troops, which isn't horrible, but it's not good. And it takes a lot of resources. So it's kind of hard to, if you do scales expansion, it's kind of hard to get a critical mass of troops. Like your guys who cost a shit ton of resources, like this guy's 26 resources, but he, it's 17 protection, right? I mean, like this guy's nothing to write home about for 26 resources. Anyway, we're not doing an overview for Jomon, but we are going to do scales expansion. For this, we'll just, we're not even getting a bless, because we could get a bless. Reinvigoration, because why not? Magic weapons, because I don't think, does Jomon have magic weapons? I don't really play Jomon much. Yeah, no magic weapons, so we'll do magic weapons for Jomon, and then because that's a motherfucker, we'll do those, okay? Something like that. And then we're just gonna dump scale, or have good scales. And then imprisoned. Okay, something like this, pretty good scales. So, I haven't tested this much. We're just gonna, this is gonna be kind of like, I think a lot of times, like, okay, I can't expand, I can always get an awake expander. I think awake expanders are kind of bad options. People, it's an unpopular opinion. I think more people think that, like, okay, if you have a nation that can't expand, get an awake expander, make sure you get a nice starting area. I would much prefer, I don't think awake expanders help a tremendous amount. It depends who they are, but a lot of times, I don't know, it depends. They can help a lot in your first war, but depending who you're fighting, they can also just die. I'd kind of rather have a Titan if it's for the first war and like take it dormant if I really felt I needed to do that, and then I get more scale points and things like that. And a better super combatant chassis. But to do that, you have to figure out scales expansion. Now here we're playing with like basically perfect scale, so if you went to Titan or something, you wouldn't get quite as good as scales, but you could prune some of these back, and like you could take drain, obviously. But anyway, we're not talking about how to build Jomon. We're just talking about thinking about scales expansion. So at the beginning, let's turn this on so we can see our. At the beginning, we're going to be resource constrained. So if we look at gold to resource ratio. We can see these guys here, they cost 8, but they're 8 gold, 11 resources. So it's a little cheaper gold-wise, but kind of 1-to-1. These guys, it's like a very big differential. These guys, pretty big differential. These guys, pretty big. Huge. Still pretty big. Pretty big. These guys now are actually more expensive in gold than they are resources. And then these guys are even. And then these guys are pretty close. And these are nice because they hit pretty regularly. They're undisciplined, which sucks. These guys have... The glaives, they have a chance to repel against some of the indies too, which is kind of nice. The problem, though, is like if we look at our really resource-intensive dudes like these guys, they're just 17 protection. 17 protection is not enough to sit there outnumbered and like just get wailed on. And if you get a troop like this at the beginning for expansion, and you can't have a nice line because you have too few of them, you're gonna get the shit pounded out of you, basically. What's more important is to get more attack density and to kill things faster, okay? So how are we going to do that? Well, these guys are not actually horrible for killing things. Got 11 attack, 4 links, so they'll get a repel, and then they poke stuff. And they're only 8 gold, so they're cheap as shit, and they don't cost much resources, so we can mass them. Our starting army actually has a fair amount of them, and then they have some of these guys who have longbows and katanas. I'm actually on the fence for how to use them. I think I'm going to use them on hold and attack. I haven't really tested this much. We'll find out. What we're going to do is we're also going to assassinate. So we're going to get 2 of these idiots. And they're going to die. Some of them. And then we're going to spam out. I think we're going to get these at the start. We'll see. Did we only get 4? Why are we under? Oh, is it the resource cost for these guys? We're going to gimp one. I want another horsey, so we're going to gimp one of the assassins. And we'll make you a profit. Okay, here we have pretty easy indies. So fire. I think if we do hold an attack. Oh, I can't do hold an attack, can I? We'll just do that. It's probably about the same. Okay, down here, we're going to put these guys here. Now, because we have less than 4, we have to put a couple guys in here so that they don't die. We'll do attack closest. These guys will be here, attack closest. These guys will be here, and they will be on hold and attack closest. And they should shoot their bow before they go. But I want them joining melee. I don't want them sitting back, potentially causing friendly fire. And then you are going to be right here. And, I mean, that's not going to do literally anything. Sermon of Courage, and then Word of Stone. Okay? So, this is our first army. Where do we want to expand? We don't actually have terribly hard indies. We got heavy cav here. Archers and heavy infantry. I'd like to get this one if I could. Just militia and heavy infantry. There's a lot of archers, though, and our guys are pretty fucking vulnerable. If we go here, we're going to have to fight cav. This is the easy. Maybe we just go for the easiest expand. I think we're going to go for the easiest expand. We're going to run forward. And then potentially next turn we can come down here. We could continue to mass horsies, but I don't want to do horsies alone, because they'll get surrounded. But they have pretty good attack density. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to mass these guys this turn. And we're going to get a few more of these. And next turn we'll get another hero. The problem is we can't... If I want to reinforce and come here... I don't think I'll need to, but potentially you might not want to do this. You might want to get like another shitty commander. Maybe we get another shitty commander, because there's a decent chance I'm going to want to do that. Not high, but decent. Okay. Decent chance we can kill... These guys will both be able to kill this province, so we'll see. This, by the way, is known as Assassin Expansion, and it's extremely unreliable. But you can do it, you know. It's a tool we have, right? And we're going to use the tools we have instead of bitching about bad expansion. Okay, let's see how these go. Now the odds are probably like 5 to 1 I win. Okay, but I lost. You typically have a good bit better stats than those commanders. He also didn't shoot. I did fire, hold and fire, and he should have shot, but he didn't. So I guess we won't do that for our next command. Okay, that's about exactly what we wanted. Okay. Took probably 3 losses? None. Okay. Oh, that is a lot of heavy cav. Okay. So, anyway, that failed the assassination here. Now, we could, if we were in a game, we probably are going to be biased to pushing away and getting, like, an important border like this. Crossbows and heavy cav. Crossbows, heavy infantry, light infantry. This is 30, that would be kind of hard. I think what we do think we're going to send another guy here. And I think you were going to be on just fire. That seemed to work best. And then you... Okay, what are we going to do with you? Heavy cav. That's a lot of heavy. It could potentially be, you know, like this one surprised us, right? If we went there, we'd have gotten fucked hard. I mean, it's probably not 60, it's probably 50. This group's a little weak. I think we're going to send them here, which will be a little easier. Let's watch this too. I want to make sure the hold and attack worked with the archers. I think it did. Yeah, it did. 2 volleys and then they run in. I think what we want to do is position them farther forward though. So okay, we're going to go take this. Now here we want to get more horsies if we can. We're not going to get you. How many resources shy are we? Okay. So we'll take this guy off and we'll get just... Okay. It's not really ideal, but it's what we're going to do. God, please tell me this worked. We kind of are counting on getting a few of these provinces from assassins. You better fucking hit. Alright. The Dragon King appeared. That's kind of cool. What a cool unit. Am I playing with any mods on? I might have a mod on. Okay, we're not playing with any important ones. For heroes. Okay, so we have 2 more of these idiots. I think we're going to try to take out... Heavy cav can be a little tricky. I think we're going to come try to take out these guys. Well, we don't know what kind of commanders. There's a chance they just have normal commanders. We'll try to take this hard province out with these guys. Meanwhile, it's time to try expanding. I think... Okay, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to assassinate these guys here. So we're going to actually take this expansion party this way. Oh, we got a lot. This is kind of easy. We lose anything? We lost 3 guys. Militia, light cavalry, heavy cavalry. I'd like to go here, then we converge here, waste a turn moving, and then we come up. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, I mean, and that, we should take, but we have really small groups, so we're going to take some losses. Now here, unfortunately, we have to add a couple people here. I think we're only going to add 1. Okay, this is going to be risky. We could lose that. He's a very good leader, though, so we will probably be using him for our next squad. We could keep doing more assassins. I don't think I want to. I think I'd prefer to poop out a shit ton of these guys. And then next turn we'll have him lead a party and attack one of these. You know, maybe we get... How many do we really need? Because I could start getting these guys. Okay, we'll do something like this. And then we'll get a mage to start doing some of that. Okay. Let's see how this works. Okay, success. Success. Get the red tango. So another leader. This one we can probably steal with assassins now. So what we're going to do is we're going to have him assassinate and we'll have him attack. And there's a very good chance that works. And then we're going to have you Okay, we're gonna need a few more of these guys. We might should have focused a little harder on clearing our cap circle to get rid of this resource constraint, but this will be an okay little squad here. Okay, assassinate, fire. You can see this worked actually pretty well. This province turns out to be reasonably hard. I'm getting very different things from scouting reports here. Okay. Seems to be alright. Okay. I think I'm okay with that. This is going to be my next general. Do I really need... I think we're going to do a couple more assassins, actually. It's going to X one of these guys, but I'm okay with that. Where will they go? Maybe here. Try to get one more expansion, assassin expansion in. I don't think there's going to be a commander here. I think he's not going to find anything, but this will be pretty safe. I mean, I guess the safest thing we can do is this. And then we'll send this guy in. If he dies, I don't really care. He's kind of just a commander. Unless there's something I missed about him. Okay. Oh, there was a priest. Was that here in the... Oh no, that was up here. Do we have dark vision? I forget. Yeah, we do. That gives a really nice stat boost. I think it's random whether you fight at night or not. Or I don't know if it's always at night. Yeah, mounted commanders. That was kind of my hesitancy about going here. But if we look at it, he doesn't have great stats. I've got better ones, so I should kind of be killing him, but we'll see. Oh, we hit him. Okay, yeah, we got him. Okay. So, we've successfully combined these armies. Who is going to lead? Kind of partial to you leading, actually. Okay, we're going to send you home. Could this guy make it home if we had the other guy lead? Because that would be worth swapping. Okay. So, you, good sir. I mean, we could take this and that would just give me an artificially high province count. The thing is, I mean, we might be, well, where would the other capital be? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's going to be the other capital. The odds of them letting you keep this, I think, are pretty small. I mean, if you took this, it would basically be a war declaration. So, okay, we're going to go plow into this. This is going to be hard. We're going to have to think about that one a little bit. So the assassin expansion here is going okay. There's a decent chance that as we do this... Okay, and look, the assassin expansion is not going great. Don't let me blow smoke up your ass. Do I have any spells? Cool. Okay. There's a good chance they just run. In which case we won't take any losses. We're going to go ahead and move over here. We'll save this for an assassin expansion too, and hopefully this group can find one of these provinces to attack. We have a lot more resources now because we're starting to clear our cap circle. I think what we're going to do... These guys cost more gold, these guys cost more resources, so we're going to try to, as much as we can, just use every single bit of those. So like this, we've kind of gotten most all of our stuff. We're going to try to do this every turn. Next turn we'll get more commanders. I guess we'll get some more assassins. Those are pretty useful in early war too. I mean, it's obviously going to depend a lot. Should be okay. We're not doing PD, but I guess we can do it here. Well, you can see we have a ton of money. I'm not doing this with mercs. Obviously, with Jomon playing scales and being super resource constrained, you're going to try to do mercs. And in fact, you should kind of plan on getting mercs, because you're probably going to have a good bit more money to throw at these than other people will. But, so your expansion can be better than this by like 3 or 4 if you get a good merc. All right, whoops. Yeah. Like these would be worth getting. But I don't want to show you merc expansion. Okay, we got that mounted commander. Okay, we died to that one. So, okay, there turned out to be a lot of mounted commanders here. There were 3. So all that assassinating didn't actually do that much. And we might lose this. It depends who gets the route. I think they're going to win. Okay, we got it, but barely. But if we got this last commander, it would have been like no losses. Instead, we took kind of a fair amount. Now we have to decide what to do. And Zot's more heavy cav. This is going to be a little tricky. I mean, Zots suck. But if they surround me, I don't think they're going to suck. And these guys are not strong enough to really handle Zots. Are these the Pokey Zots? Oh, Club Zots. Yeah, we would get wrecked. We would get wrecked. I think the best thing we can do at this point is combine armies. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to combine armies here, and we don't need to assassinate people. We'll come down here and assassinate some Zots. Or we'll assassinate down here. And what are we doing here? Okay. Can you make it? Okay, we're going to have 3 here. Can you make it? Can these guys make it all the way over here? That would be perfect. I don't know. Maybe we take these out. And then we're going to come take this. This is a province we potentially would have more claim to. That's probably fine. Here you're going to wait. I think we're done with assassins. We'll get some mages. We'd be trying to do forts and stuff too. I mean, we could have a fort up at the end, but I don't really want to show that. Okay, see how that goes. Down here, we'll watch this battle. This is a little dicey. This is my big party up north. Okay, we had our shitty guys who kind of ate the lance charges route, but they did their job. Okay, and then down here we've got a battle. Okay, I don't think we lost much here. Okay, and so now we have a more proper army. I'll take you back. Like if I were playing, I would want to get all of these. You know the enemy is not going to want to take this one either too, like in a multiplayer game, so. You probably have a little bit of time to kind of wait. The risk is they see you assassinating people and then they snipe it before you do. Okay, we had some people run. Not great. I guess we'll go ahead and... I mean, in a multiplayer game, you probably wouldn't take these. But whatever. We'll do this just to get our little province count number up. And then here... Okay. And then here... Wait, these guys are coming here where I've already assassinated. Did we kill anybody here? No. I don't want to... Okay, we're actually going to try to get this. So we're going to change this to a Zot script. Okay, and we should be able to kill that. So we're actually going to go take that. We're going to work on assassinating this. Then we'll probably swing down and take this. This we're going to try to kill with assassins. Here we're researching and getting more troops. At some point, we'd probably want to switch over and get these guys because they're pretty good. Or some of our glaive dudes, which are pretty good, but they cost more resources. But right now, I just want bodies, really, that are going to poke. And it's fall, so we'll send out a final expansion party to probably come down here or something next turn. We've got this guy waiting around. So I think that'll be that. Okay, 1. No, lost. Okay. That was a bad turn for assassins. Okay, we killed the Zots. I killed those guys. And then... So these idiots here... Militia, light infantry, heavy infantry. Okay, that should be fine. Wait, let me make sure I've got them on the right... Okay, we do. Okay, these guys... We'll assassinate... Did we lose 2 here? No, we lost 1. So there's a decent chance, and I think we're going to risk it, that we can clear these guys out. So I think we're going to do hold, retreat. Here we basically had everybody die. Why did these guys die? Let's go watch some of these. Well, it's nighttime. I mean, it's not nighttime. Yeah, it's a daytime assassination. Okay, you just got lucky. Well, sometimes that happens. Here we're going to assassinate. Did we get lucky here? Yeah, we did. Okay. And then here we're going to... I mean, this would be somebody's... No, this isn't their cap circle. No, this would be their cap circle. That's a cap. Can we take the barbs? Short answer is no. Not with this a group this small. We can kind of bolster this up with... As we march... We'll try to get this as our final... Will we be able to get there? Early winter? Winter? Late winter. Okay, this will be our final expansion. We'll start getting guys here for this too. Okay, you're gonna come kill these guys. You were gonna try to... We're gonna hope we got the last of the or the last of the commanders. This group is ready to move out. And we are gonna come kill these guys who we have failed to assassinate. I was kind of trying assassin expansion with these guys. I didn't really know how it would work. I got like one... I kind of play tested this once. Not the assassin thing, but just Jomon. And I was like, okay, we'll try it again and record it. But I got a couple provinces with just my starting assassin, and I was like, well, let's try doing more. And so far, it hasn't really played out terribly well for us. So we could probably improve on that. And if we didn't do it, you know, we'd have a little more mages and things like that researching. Okay, and I think that's it. Okay, success, 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 failure. Okay. He survived, though. Retreat details. Okay, he successfully retreated. Still one commander there, damn it. And then we have a battle here. It might even be better to do hold and attack. I'm not really getting them to line up right. But I mean, they're getting there about the same time. That's okay. Didn't lose any cav. Shit. I'll do attack cavalry. Or no, closest. That should hit the cavalry. And then here... Okay, there's only one commander left, so we're going to try this again. And then here we're going to take these guys. And I probably should send somebody else out this way. I'll go ahead and get another commander here. And we got one more turn after this. Oh, we need to make sure to pick up these guys. Actually, don't even really need them up in the front. We'll turn off recruit. Oh, we did. Okay. Perfect. And got you. God damn it. Okay. Well, we killed those guys, and then this battle, we got the commander. And then this battle versus a lot of heavy cav, we killed them. We'll watch this one. This one we were a little scared about. But lance charges get broken, and then our cav come in and kill them, so that's about what we wanted. We've taken this now, we've taken this. We've got one more turn. And we've expanded basically in the pattern you would expand in a multiplayer. We didn't go like spaghettifying looking for easy shit. But that's this one wouldn't be something you would honestly try to get in a multiplayer because in fact, this may even be an enemy cap. So we may already be in an enemy cap circle here, I'm not sure. But whatever, there's nowhere else we can move, so we'll see if we take it. Okay, and then here, we're going to just come down here and take this. This will be our final one. Now the other thing and this is where you have to shoot, like, if you get however many in single player, you're going to get less in multiplayer. And part of it's going to be because the enemy's going to expand and trap you in. Way before like the AI would or whatever. But so that's why you shoot for like 20, because you don't really know in which direction the enemy's going to trap you in, but you just know you're not going to get it all. Okay, we'll go take this. Okay, that should be fine. Here, you can come back. And we would have another one to take this. I mean, honestly... God damn it. We really should have taken that. The commander's killed so many guys. But, I mean, that's the thing with Assassin expansion. It's like a super gamble. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Not bad. Now, is this how you should play Jomon? Well, you know, this is a way to do expansion. Are there other ways? Probably. What are the lessons? What are the takeaways? Let's see. How many do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we got 19. We could have gotten more, I think, if the assassins worked better. Though some of that's RNG. Some of that, too, what we probably should have done is gotten scouts. Because we have, obviously, 1,000,000 gold. Look at this. We have 7,000 gold, guys. That's why Scales expansion is actually kind of good. We might have gotten an event somewhere along the way in there, and that seems ridiculously high. Though we are quite rich. What we should have done for the assassin thing is we should have gotten scouts as soon as we could and started pinging the provinces we were going to assassin expand. And then we probably should have concentrated our assassins more in one province, like tried to get 4 in a province, I think, and just take it out. And then we would know when we would probably take it out for the next one. Are there items we could have made for that? And potentially we could have made items for that too. Like this would not be bad, potentially. And we've got some income. We have a fire guy, he could do... Oh no, I forgot. Pearl's not level 1. Yeah. I don't know if you really want to waste it, but this, I don't know if Gone Berserk... I kind of just want to test. Let's see how it does. We'll just test that because I'm curious. So anyway, this doesn't mean, obviously, you're going to get 19 in a multiplayer game, but I think it means that it can work as a strategy in a multiplayer game. What are the advantages of it? Well, you can start crapping out... I think at this point you would stop getting this, and you now have pretty good scales to, like, crap out these guys. With a contingent of these dudes... Oh wait, or just minus a holy point. Or this guy's actually not bad. 13 attack, 18 damage. 15 attack, 18 damage. 15 attack, 21 damage. I don't know. Any one of the... I think you, depending on who you're fighting, whether you want pierce or slash. But you know, you can crap out an army of these guys, no problem now, right? And doing this every turn, and we have a shit ton of money. We'd have forts up, so we're going to be getting our non-cap only dudes basically all over the place, and they're pretty good. You know, if we need to go longbows, we can. Like 11 gold longbows is pretty good, and these guys are obviously no slouches in melee. And then heavy cav, if we think we want to mix in heavy cav, we can start crapping those out. Anyway, the point of scales is that it scales, right? So we're not limited by our cap. So we get more forts up, we can start doing other stuff. But you have to kind of understand your units, and it takes a bit more finesse and expansion. It's not just like, oh, I have a really good bless, or I have one really good unit, so I'm just going to shit that out. And yeah, okay, so we're going to do the Berserker Pelt. We're going to get one of these guys. I just want to see how they do. We'll send them up here. Don't know if this is actually... Oh, it's +0. So it's really just going to help with the morale checks. What is this? An attack 2, damage 5 weapon. Let's see if we find a better weapon for him. That's not really much better. You know, though, a shield would not be bad. Honestly, a shield might be the thing. I don't have any idea whether this would make any sense at all to do. There's a very good chance it wouldn't. Because it's like this would, and maybe you just do a shield. I'm just kind of seeing how it would do. Let's go here and try to snipe these throne commanders. They typically have bodyguards, but we'll see. Okay. Let's see if he appears to do any better. What are his stats in combat? 20 defense, which means there's a very good chance it's going to hit that shield. And he's not going to run. And he's not going to get repelled. We'll see if he can just solo kill all these things. Yeah, he could have like solo taken this turn. So I think it's worth considering, like, because what are your gyms going to do early game? You know, if you get a mage or two, you may want, well, whoops, repeat recruitment on. You may want to get, I think probably just this black steel tower shield is a pretty good deal for these guys. I don't know if the pelt's going to be worth it, but maybe just put that on them. But you're not going to be able to afford many. You can maybe do 2. But just having, like, especially if you know there's one commander left that you need to kill, having mostly a guaranteed kill on that last commander when you move the rest of the assassins out probably makes sense. Probably makes sense. The other thing you can tell when you send a scout in is you can tell if they have people on guard commander. So you kind of know how hard it's going to be a little bit. But anyway, that's it. That's how you scales expand with Jomon. You know, I think it's a nation you can't. It's a nation I would heavily, if I played, I would probably do scales expansion. You have answers, especially if you take like a magic weapon bless or something. You have answers to sacred rushes. Like you have a lot of sacred rushes are based on being very, like, you know, like blood bond fortitude stuff. And you have reasonably high attack density stuff that you can do, or like pretty killy stuff. Like you pack a shit ton of these guys into a square. You know, are they going to trade dollar for dollar with blood bond fortitude regen? Hell no. You know, they're going to get, it's going to be really painful, right? But, you know, if it's that kind of stuff that doesn't have good armor, then you can throw in a good longbow contingent. And then these guys, and then maybe you have some chaff, which is going to just, like the front line is going to be made of these guys and they're just going to kind of die. But then on the flanks, you're going to have these who are going to be hammering away at them and taking a bit less damage while they get peppered with the longbows. And then you have like a small reinforcement contingent that's going to take up the middle once these guys get killed or run. You know, I mean, and that's like the scariest thing. And not every nation is going to be able to survive a blood bond fortitude regen bless. But it's the kind of thing you think about when you go scales. Like the boxes you have to tick are, can you scales expand? Okay. Will you be able to deal with like another player's army of competent units? And I think the answer is like yes. Do you have great units for late age? No. Do you have okay units? Yeah, you do. You know, you have here's the other way to look at it. You have units that are good enough that if you're in a war you don't want to be in, right, you can do a PD dump in conjunction with having hard-hitting units, and then maybe a little bit of basic research, like, I don't know, maybe you have, by the time you get rushed, you have Strength of Giants or something. You can see we're already Conjuration 3. And I haven't even been making mages. I've been shitting out these dudes, and we have 20,000 gold. It's turn 21. So obviously we could have a lot more kind of infrastructure up, but, you know, you think about if we get rushed, you know, for a normal army, PD dump, and then my units, can I handle it? The other thing you think about is, if it's this Hell Bless type thing, can you deal with it? And I think with Jomon you can, because you have really killy stuff. Like, you basically, for a Hell Bless, you're going to be either looking at somebody with a glaive, like this, who's going to hit for like 22. Somebody like this, who's got a much higher attack value, but takes more resources. This guy's pretty good. Going to hit for 21. These guys don't hit for as much, but they're sacred, which you may want if you need. This guy's going to hit for 23. Pretty good. This guy may be kind of your best bet. 21 is a lot. But if it's just about getting through protection... Wait, who's our highest piercer? This guy might be our highest guy who can roll piercing damage. Then maybe the katana guys too. Maybe this guy. It depends. If you're fighting super high protection, half the time you get the pierce damage. This may be a little better in that case than these guys, but I think a lot of times these guys are pretty good. These guys are cheaper too, and easier to mass, and that matters. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. And can you expand with Scales Jomon? I think the answer is yes. Yes, you can. And this was not terribly easy. You know, we had a lot of heavy cab and things like that. Alright, guys. Does that mean you should? Does that mean you can't take an Awake Expander? Does that mean... No, you could do all those things too if you wanted to. I think the thing you can't do with Jomon is I don't think their Sacreds are quite good enough, and they're cap only, where you would... And your mages aren't... Like, most of your good mages are not going to be Sacred. So, I think you want to be pretty cautious with Jomon about going too heavy into a Bless. So I think with Jomon, it's really, do you want to do Scales expansion, or do you want to do an Awake Pretender? Or do you want to get some kind of Bless, which is going to make these guys good enough, but like an Imprisoned Rainbow, and then you use them as part of your expansion in conjunction with these guys. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. Take care.